C of I at 15-3 on the year. They're the 5th-ranked team in the I Division II. Eastern Oregon, losers of 4 straight. They are at 9-6. A huge game here for the Coyotes. The purple out. You see purple everywhere, and that's why the Coyotes wearing the road purples at home, and the Yotes control the tap to start things off tonight. Wilson and Donaldson, Perkins, Nebeker, and Kovacevic, the 5 on the floor for C of I, and they'll lob off the inbound to Perkins. First possession of the game, and they lobbed to Demetrius Perkins, and the Yotes lead early, and now a steal by Sidney Donaldson. So the Yotes, an early lead, a steal, and now Josh Wilson finds Nebeker. Joey, with 20 to shoot, gives back into the hands of Wilson. Now Perkins goes on the block. Kovacevic isolated on the 6'11" Calvin Johansson and went to work. 4-0 Coyotes. Deshaun Maddox, Calvin Johansson, Chase Rada, along with Michael Crane, and their leading scorer in Brian McGriff. And McGriff, who is averaging 23 a night, the bucket, and it's 4-2. 2 of the top 3 scorers in the league are for the Mounties. McGriff at 23 a night. Transfer to Deshaun Maddox with 21. A new-look Eastern team after a year ago. As Nebeker drives, gets swatted by Johansson. Last touched by who? It will be Eastern basketball. The swat by Johansson. His 37th of the year. He's second in the nation in block shots per game at nearly 4 a night. See, if I expected to have Joe Vaz back in the lineup at some point this evening for the first time in nearly 2 months. McGriff will bring it up floor. A great combo guard. Almost the same kind of player that Joey Nebeker is, so it should be an interesting matchup between these two. There's 3 big 6'7" guys in this league. Nebeker, McGriff, and Eric Thompson of Southern Oregon. Has a whistle on a drive, and we'll see who they catch. Eastern going to the line. Maddox made the drive, and it's going to be on Sidney Donaldson.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Deshaun Maddox has had a couple of the bigger nights in the league this season. Back-to-back 40-point games back in the month of December. 44 against Multnomah, 42 in an overtime loss at Southern Oregon. At 32 here against Arizona Christian. As he ties the game up with a pair of free throws, Eastern Oregon as a team, a 66% free throw shooting club. So Yotes scored the first 4. Eastern's answered with a couple themselves. Kovacevic bodies to the basket and got blocked by Johansson. But Wilson takes it away from Maddox in backcourt. Kovacevic can't finish. Wilson waited for the trailer, but Kovacevic couldn't make it. Maddox goes inside. Nebeker got a hand on that one. Up floor come the Yotes. Perkins, 3-ball, corner, no. Rebound Nebeker. Second chance for C of I. Wilson steadies the dribble. Nebeker thought about a 3. Down baseline. Fakes, pumps, and fouled. No. But they get the foul on the big man. That's a guy that Eastern Oregon can ill-advise to get into foul trouble, that being Calvin Johansson, 6'10", junior from Pullman, Washington. They have some other bigs, Christian Parrott, the local product. But you want to keep your tallest player in there when the Yotes will just keep on running the bigs out there, whether it be Kovacevic or Vaz. But they could also go to the Richard Blacks and the Dom Holseys. Yotes coming off their worst free throw shooting game of the season here against Concordia the other night when they shot just 39% from the line. Nebeker splits the pair, and it's 5-4. Eastern able to break it. Crane, Johansson, and he jams it in, and Eastern has their first lead. 6-5. They're in 3 minutes into the ball game. Student section, I don't think will sit tonight. Nebaker over McGriff and hits. Over the head of the big man. As a whistle, timeout Eastern. Rada got double teamed after having to burn the timeout. Eastern 2 of 2 from the field. The Coyotes 3 of 7. Mountaineers have turned it over already 3 times. Deshaun Maddox against Josh Wilson. That's a pretty good matchup. And now whistle blown. Not sure what it is. Something about the shot clock maybe? Unclear what they're talking about. 8 seconds came off the game clock. 8 seconds came off the shot clock. So I don't see the problem. They're not talking to the near side, so not sure what the issue is. Scott Garson not complaining about it, however. Eastern likes to play a little two-man game between McGriff and Maddox. And it is McGriff who goes on the baseline, and it's knocked away by Donaldson. Neither team has subbed in the first 3.5 minutes. Eastern trying to get it in, and they'll have to burn a second timeout. Not what Jared Barrett would want. Points for Johansson, Maddox, and McGriff, as it'll be Rada off the inbound missing. Wilson the other way. The trailer's Donaldson. Goes inside to Kovacevic. Out into the corner to Perkins. Kovacevic, jump stop, layup, good. Looked like some contact. I didn't think the officials would want to pick up Johansson's second early. Michael Crane, the former Glens Ferry pilot. McGriff fouled. See who caught him. I think it's Nebaker. And it was his first. Great body control that time.
Fouls on the shot.
By the
Shooting 2, Brian McGriff.
Former Grays Harbor Community College choker out there in Aberdeen, Washington. As McGriff hits the free throw, had some absolutely horrific flooding out there in Grays Harbor this past week. If there's any of his former teammates and friends watching tonight, we wish them the best. 1 for 2 from the line, and it's 10-7. Eastern playing straight man, as are the Yotes. Kovacevic inside with a little right hand hook. Yotes with their largest lead of the night at 12-7. Crane finds Maddox, a quick trigger from 3, misses, and the rebound goes to Perkins. Very good three-point shooter as Nebaker tries to hit one, missed. Wilson fought for the rebound down there with Maddox, but Maddox came away with it. Maddox on the season, 43% from distance, among the league leader in that category. Long triple attempt by McGriff goes awry. Wilson waits for the trailer to set the screen. It's Kovacevic. Head of the key 3. Splash! Yotes with a long ball. It's 15-7. All wet crew, as they call themselves, finally in full force. Rada. Step back, long one, curled in. First 3 of the night for Eastern. It goes to Case Rada. Perkins the other way. Missed. Kovacevic inside. Fakes, shoots, misses. McGriff, the league's leading rebounder, fouled by Donaldson, I believe, which would be his second. And he'll get Jordan O'Byrne off the bench.
Personal foul, 13 foul. Into the game for the Coyotes, number 15, Jordan O'Byrne.
Kovacevic not pleased with himself.
Number 30,
Christian Parrott, who played at Caldwell High. Prepped there, played at Lower Columbia Community College in Longview, Washington, a year ago. $15-10 the score. I want to say hi to Former Coyote assistant coach Ben Tucker, he and his Arizona Wildcats. I think they're going to get ready to play Oregon State tomorrow. As McGriff, charging call. Coach Tuck and the Wildcats, Sean Miller's bunch, ranked in the top 10 nationally. Had a chance to watch them on TV a couple times this year. So Ben Tucker, we miss you. I know you're having fun in that Pac-12. Demetrius Perkins working against Miles Lupe, who's checked in, I believe it is. Actually, it's Crane at the high post. Perkins takes him to work, missed the shot. Kovacevic cleans it up. 17-10 the score. 8 for Kovacevic here in the opening 5 minutes. On the low block, McGriff stopped. Rada spins out of trouble and worked his way into a foul. 4th foul on the Yotes, the first on Perkins. Manny Morgan will replace Demetrius Perkins, part of the tactical substitutions that Scott Garson likes to use. They'll move Josh Wilson to the 2 guard. So the Yotes go a little smaller, though they have the 2 bigs out there, Nebeker and Kovacevic. The next sub should be Joe Voss, as on the baseline, McGriff can't connect, and a huge box out by Nebeker. That was picture perfect blocking out. Wilson in transition. The triple makes it a 10-point lead. Wilson been working on that shot during the week as J-term here on the C of I campus. It's fun to watch him and Jordan O'Byrne put up shot after shot during the week. Parrott gives off to Michael Crane. He'll attack O'Byrne, got stopped. Maddox outside the arc, launches over Manny Morgan and scores. 20-13. Inside, Kovacevic waits for the defense to clear. He'll back down, little turnaround bunny hook. They've not been able to stop Kovacevic, and as I thought, Joe Voss, who's not played nearly 2 months, the next sub for the Yotes. Nearing the under 12 timeout, the lead is 9 for C of I. Crane waits for McGriff to clear. Now gets it to Maddox, he got stripped. Manny Morgan with it. He'll wait for the trailer. It's O'Byrne. Into the corner, Wilson. He's 3 for 3! What a great job that time by O'Byrne to wait and find Wilson. The Yotes lead 25-13. McGriff to work on the baseline. Crowd making noise. Maddox down the baseline, wrap it around Rada. Got in, got blocked, the tap won't go. Rada again, the putback is good. Looked like it was Nebeker that got a hand on the first shot. The ball pinballed above the window. And then finally, as Wilson tries again! 4 for 4 from 3. Yotes hit 14 threes on Saturday night. They picked up where they left off. Maddox to Rada. We'll have a whistle and a dead ball next time. Parrott working against Kovacevic, out for a Rada 3 that's good. Chase Rada, good 3-point shooter for Eastern Oregon. He's made 27 on the year as Manny Morgan stopped at the elbow and traveled. Well, a timeout on the floor with 10:56 left first half. 28-18. Out of the timeout, Richard Black and Joe Voss have checked in for the C of I, leading 28-18. Miles Lupe has checked in for Eastern Oregon, as has Deontay Edwards, the former Washington State player, as Richard Black is going to get called for a hand check, working against Brian McGriff. Without a game tomorrow night, the Coyotes can afford to play guys a lot of minutes. Nebeker's done a nice job on McGriff to this point. Yotes have come out blazing from the field. CMI 11 of 19. Eastern Oregon right there with them. It's 6 of 11. Rada against Josh Wilson. Lupe against Manny Morgan. As McGriff to drive. Ran right into Joe Vaz and a whistle. Not sure who that foul's going on. It's on Black. That's the hand check. Now, if they would have called it on Vaz coming down, I wouldn't have agreed with the call. But Black, 2 quick fouls. I just don't think he has the speed to be able to keep up with McGriff, who goes back to the free throw line. He split a pair earlier. Makes it a 9-point game. McGriff 78% on the season, averages a double-double at 23 points, 10 rebounds. Missed the second, though, and Josh Wilson the rebound for the Yotes. 10-19 left in the half. It's 28-19. Josh Wilson's hit 4 first-half threes. They go into Vaz. Goes to work. Pump fake. Little bunny hook. In and out. That was a good job by Vaz. Took his time. They go inside. Wilson got a hand on it. Rada, though, catches far corner. Eastern, I think, is going to just try to feed Brian McGriff. McGriff far side of the floor. Rada, a high arcing three, won't go. Rebounded Jordan O'Byrne. 9:30 left in the half. The lead for the Yotes is 9. O'Byrne in front of the student section, all clad in purple tonight. Nebaker going to check back in. Tactical move for the Yotes. Wilson step back. This time the three is short. He didn't get his feet set that time. Edwards, Miles Lupe went to the ground. Not sure how it wasn't a travel. And finally they call it. Took a long while before our lead official made that whistle. Black and Wilson sit down. Nebaker and Perkins back in. I would think you'd see Vaz out there 3 or 4 minutes at a time trying to get himself back into playing shape. Vaz inside. And one! You can't stop that. You can't. Vaz, who averages 9 points and 7 rebounds, playing about 16 minutes a night. His first bucket since the 21st of November. His free throw front iron and off. And the rebound went in the hands of Michael Crank. 11-point lead for the Yotes. They've led by as many as 13. Eastern had a lead at 6-5 at one point. Edwards and a hand check on Nebaker will be his second. So now Donaldson on the bench with 2, and now Nebaker has 2. And Scott Garson comes down the lane, and the Yotes are going to go double low. They'll go 6-11 and 7-1. Almost unfair. 1-on-1 opportunity here for Deontay Edwards, who splashes the free throw. Edwards off the bench, averaging 10 a night. He is just a 48% free thrower, but he wouldn't know it on that shot. But he missed the second. The rebound went off of the hands of Demetrius Perkins, and Eastern gets a second crack at it. Eastern, a very good rebounding team. The top 2 rebounding clubs in the league playing tonight. And an offensive foul called against Maddox. Pushed off against Morgan. Jared Barrett didn't like that call on the bench to my right. Nearing the under 8 timeout. Coyotes leading 30-20. Perkins, they lob. There's Vaz. Missed it. And the rebound tracked down. Vaz got a little too far under the cup that time. Deshaun Maddox a 3. In transition, missed. Perkins the rebound for the Yotes. They wait for Vaz to come down. He'll set a high ball screen at the high post. It's a big ball screen there when you got both Vaz and Kovacevic working together. They lob again. Vaz, pump fake. Thought he was fouled. Got the rebound back and made it. How the officials do not call the foul on that play over and over, I don't know. Vaz with 4 off the bench, the lead back to 12. Crane. Edwards on the low block. Parrott works against Vaz. They'll clear it out. Over Vaz with the right hand. Christian Parrott's first 2. Doesn't score much. 2 a night. 3 rebounds in 11 minutes of action per ball game. Lead is 10. Kovacevic at the high post. Perkins looking for Vaz. Instead tries baseline, and he'll go to the free throw line when we come back. 7:06 left first half. 32-22 Coyotes. We're back following this.
First personal foul, 15 foul. Timeout on the floor. We have our 4 contestants for the Idaho Lottery.
Demetrius Perkins at the line out of the timeout. Should be a 2-shot opportunity. Eastern has put their starting 5 back out onto the floor as Perkins can't get the free throw to go. Wilson, O'Byrne, Kovacevic, Morgan, and Perkins, the 5 on the floor for the Yotes. 1 for 2 for Demetrius Perkins. He's got 3 in the game. Crane. Lost it out of bounds. Kovacevic knocked it down on a block shot right off the body of Michael Crane. Huge defense. Eastern has gone to zone, and it's O'Byrne. You don't want to go zone against that. The lead is 14. McGriff will hand off to Maddox. Coyotes 6 made 3 here in the opening half. Michael Crane, Rada curls off a pick, dribble drive into the lane, threw it up, missed, rebound inside of Johansson. He missed the shot. 3rd try won't go. And here come the Yotes. Perkins in transition from Morgan. And Jared Barrett's got to call a timeout. Knocking off C of I. 69-60. 6:11 left. The Yotes have been pressuring all night. And it's Johansson. And he will go to the line. Kovacevic will pick up his first. And we'll send Calvin Johansson for 2 free throws. Calvin Johansson.
Shooting for Eastern, number 1, Calvin Johansson.
Just 36% from the stripe this season. Guy who did not play in either game when Eastern came here to play in the Taco Bell shootout. A tournament in which they defeated Walla Walla handily. And then rallied from 23 down to make it close, but Arizona Christian held him off. Johansson misses the second. Josh Wilson the rebound. And he'll just attack. Eastern has gone back to man this time. Morgan with 20 to shoot. Perkins, Kovacevic. He is 1 of 3 from long range this year. Perkins off a screen. No. McGriff the rebound. Pretty good look that time. Demetrius Perkins, 2 of 6 from the floor so far, but he has 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Eastern to slow the tempo down a bit, trailing by 15. 5:20 left in the half. I think Mark Coffin will be the next off the bench for the Yotes. He's been playing some more meaningful minutes recently. McGriff in the corner. He's playing against Wilson. Near angle, long ball won't go. Wilson the rebound. It was Michael Crane that put it up. Wilson inside. Kovacevic! And he had to hang on the rim for a while. Wilson found him. Didn't want to land directly on McGriff. 12 in the first half for Kovacevic. Step back three for Deshaun Maddox and one. Chance for a 4-point play. Great crossover dribble to free him up. Drew the contact, knocked home the long ball. As the whistle on Morgan. Big bucket for Eastern. As they try to keep themselves at least in shouting distance. Last year in the playoffs, they were within 6 near halftime. And then the Coyotes used a 20-2 run to break that game wide open. See if I ended up winning that one, 85-57. Well, that was a completely different Eastern team. 4-point play, you don't see it very often. And it's a 13-point Coyote lead. Mark Coffin looking for Kovacevic. Goes inside to Wilson. Coffin in the corner. That one nearly hit the ceiling on the three, and it skimmed off the front iron. Maddox the other way. Dribble drive. Contested, but scored. 6 straight for Maddox, and the lead trimmed to 11. Perkins is going to go to the line. I think, nope, just the 16th foul. Will be on Deontay Edwards. For Eastern Oregon, his second. Vaz back in. He'll give Morgan a breather. Yotes will go with 2 bigs. It'll be Wilson to run the point for the Yotes. Coffin nearly gave it up. Inside, Vaz catches, dunk! Big man throwing it down with authority in the right hand. Maddox fouling one. See who they catch on the whistle. It's Kovacevic, his second. Maddox with a penetration dribble. He's got 13. That leads all scorers. It's like Andrew Bruce to check in. Coyotes to 10 team fouls, and it's their key defenders. Kovacevic, Nebaker, Donaldson, all with 2 fouls each. The lead has been as much as 17, but Deshaun Maddox with 8 straight points for Eastern can make it a 10-point game right here with a free throw. And does. 3:30 left in the half, still plenty of time. Coyotes 55% from the field. Wilson at quarter court. An illegal screen, it looked like, maybe not. Foul on McGriff will be his second. So now Jared Barrett with a decision to keep his leading scorer on the floor or not. And he won't. Michael Crane going to come in. That's a big score coming off the floor, but somebody's going to have to stay in front of Deshaun Maddox. Joe Vaz will be at the line of the bonus for a 1-on-1. Vaz missed his only free throw so far tonight. Vaz on the season, 57%. Shot nearly 70% from the stripe last year. It's a pretty good touch for a guy standing 7'1.5". Kid from Vista, California, has proved dividends already here early. Got both to go. The Yotes from the line are 4 of 7. The lead 12. And they will isolate Maddox on Wilson and basically say, all right, we'll get him the basketball. Crane will, now Perkins on Maddox. And a hand check on the Yotes, and there'll be 2 shots for Deshaun Maddox. And that's the second on Demetrius Perkins.
Second personal foul.
With 3 minutes exactly left in the half.
Shooting 2, Deshaun Maddox.
Yotes is trying to hang on to this double-figure lead before halftime as Maddox hits the free throw.
Back into the Coyotes, Manny Morgan.
Deshaun Maddox, a guy who will get to the free throw line. In fact, if you go back to a couple of his big games that he's had this season, that game against Southern Oregon went to the line 18 times. 44-34. Eastern making their hay at the foul line. 14 free throw attempts here in the opening half. Voss asking for the basketball. Morgan trying to get it to him. Can't. 20 to shoot. Wilson off a pick. Penetrates. Left it off for Voss, but maybe a shot attempt. I don't know. Coffin tried to keep it alive. Not sure if it was a shot by Wilson or if it was a pass to Voss. Couldn't tell. Either way, it ended up in Eastern's hand, and they could get it back to single digits.
Let's go. We need to stop right here. Let's go. Come on, defense.
Last time it was at single digits, the game was at 28-19. Rada. Now Maddox will work off a ball screen at the high post. And a foul on Voss. Coyotes cannot stay in front of Deshaun Maddox. First on Voss. The Yotes lead was at 17 on a Kovacevic dunk at 40-23. But Eastern has clawed back. And through it all, it has been all Deshaun Maddox. He has scored the last 12 for Eastern.
Back in for Eastern, number 22, Brian McGriff.
McGriff sits down. Make that McGriff checks in. It'll be Edwards to sit down. 44-35. Morgan dared to shoot the three. No good. Johansson the rebound. Quick trigger for the Yotes. It was a good look for Morgan. Scott Garson called. He needed a defensive stop. Can he get one? And they do. Voss, the benefactor after a missed shot. In transition, Bruce. Quick trigger on a three. I don't know about that shot in that situation. If you hit it, you go crazy. You don't. You give Eastern a quick look. Voss takes the charge. Second foul on Maddox. And Voss hops up and crowd goes crazy. O'Byrne to check in. With 1:25 left before halftime.
Back in for the Coyotes, Jordan O'Byrne.
Eastern 10 of 22 from the field. C of I 17 of 33. Wilson works against Michael Crane. O'Byrne curls. Misses. Bruce with a tip is good. Andrew Bruce taps it home. 46-35. Back to an 11-point lead. A minute left before halftime. McGriff backs Wilson down. Rada now. Doubled at the high post. Maddox. Long three. Oh, 20 in the first half for Deshaun Maddox. Eastern with an 8. Morgan pulls up. No. Coyotes could have played for a final shot and didn't. Eastern could get back within 5 with a 3. Will they play for a final shot? No. McGriff, 3-ball. And it's back to a 5-point game with 15 seconds left. It's not the same Coyote team that made that rally with all of the guys on the bench with 2 fouls. Wilson with 5 to shoot. Goes into Vaz at the horn. Got it! By 17 at one point. Yotes 19 of 38 from the field, 50%, 6 of 13 from long range, 4 of 7 from the line. Eastern even 50% from the field, also 6 of 11 from distance, and 11 of 16 from the line. Eastern with a rebound battle, it's 19-17. Both teams with their original starters on the floor. As it'll be McGriff, head of the key 3, it's short. Rebound Perkins for the Yotes, contested 3 that time. Nebeker, Wilson, Kovacevic all with 2 fouls, as is Perkins. So the Yotes with a 7-point lead despite the majority of their team having to work in foul trouble. 15 to shoot. Kovacevic drives, spins, shot, misses. McGriff with the rebound. Brian McGriff on the night, his 7th rebound. That leads everyone. Rada trying to get it on the block. Johansson being guarded by Kovacevic. Crane on the low block, and Johansson can't catch. 10th turnover for Eastern. First half, the Coyotes were racing early. 48 points, the most they've had in the half in a while, as Nebeker wheels into the paint, threw it off the body of a Mountaineer. He was trying to throw back to Kovacevic, but it was Johansson that got away and knocked it out of bounds. 25 to shoot. CFI led by 12 each from Kovacevic and also from Josh Wilson. Donaldson didn't play much in the first half. He backs his man down and threw it away. Maddox. Rada now. And got it. 5-point game, as close as Eastern's been in a long time. Rada 10 in the ball game. Nebeker attacks. Little pull up. Rattles in. Nebeker with 6. Yotes balance scoring. Eastern's been led by Maddox, who has 20, including 3 threes and 7 of 8 shooting from the line. Little 2-man game. Johansson got it. Split a double team that time. 50 to 45. Perkins between the rings. Started with Josh Wilson hitting 4 threes in the opening minutes. Donaldson in the corner. Splashdown. Donaldson recently has really been stroking the triple. Back Sidney Donaldson on the season, hitting 47% from long range. McGriff up and under, left it long rebound. Donaldson has it, and he's got a 3-on-1. He'll lob it. Perkins, jump stop, layup, won't go. Wilson, the putback, will. So Perkins got up and hung on that front iron. Wilson put it down, and just like that, they'll lead back to 10 for the Oaks. McGriff works on Nebeker. I really like this matchup. And a whistle. We'll see if it's a shooting foul or not. Kovacevic will pick up his 3rd. Non-shooting foul. As Deontay Edwards back in. And he's going to give McGriff a quick breather. Joe Vaz also to check in for the Yotes. Kovacevic with 3 fouls. He's going to sit down. Vaz had a big first half. 10 points and a rebound. Rada off the inbound. His 3 in the crowd, long 2 in the corner is good. Rada tonight is now 5 of 9. Eight-point lead, 3.5 minutes into the second half. The lob, Vaz threw it off of Rada as he was trying to go post to post into Nebeker. Long 3, Maddox not there, was right off the heel, the rim is right on target. Wilson the other way. Waits for the trailer, Vaz. Also, Nebeker sets a high on-ball screen. Wilson attacks, left it off for Vaz. Wilson got the rebound. Everybody collapsed on Vaz. Could have called a foul on that if they wanted to. 16 for Wilson to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Deontay Edwards. Michael Crane. Johansson at the elbow.
Nice, good knee, stay on.
15 to shoot. Crane. Maddox. Long 3. Good.
3-point field goal to Sean Maddox.
Eastern setting it up for their top scorer on the floor at the present time. 23 for Maddox. Single-handedly keeping Eastern in, and now he'll go the other way. He's got 25. The lead has been trimmed to 5. Lazy pass that time by the Yotes. C of I had only 1 turnover at halftime. They've had 3 already here in the first 5 minutes of the second half. And another steal. Crane's going to go up with a right hand and barely get it to go. Oh, that would have gotten the crowd going. Instead, Eastern within 3. Back-to-back lazy passes by the Yotes. And Nebeker called for an offensive foul. Scott Garson will use a timeout. Eastern could come back and take the lead. 7:54 Coyotes. Eastern's had only 1 lead in the ball game. That was at 6-5. And the Yotes answered that with a 3. Very reminiscent of the women's game earlier tonight when the Lady Yotes cut an 18-point lead to 3 in the second half before Eastern pulled away for a 9-point win. It's Maddox. Far corner Crane tries baseline, up and under for 2. And the Mounties within a point, 57-56. Wilson from the elbow, can't go. Tap by Vaz, not there. And a rebound goes to Crane, and Eastern can take the lead this time up floor. Mountaineers trail by 17 in the first half. Trying to come all the way back. Rada for 3. No. And the rebound goes into the hands of O'Byrne. Nebeker. There's a lot of contact. Didn't matter. Got the bucket to go. That was a hand check in the first half. Would have been the 3rd foul on McGriff. Instead, the Yotes lead is 3. 13-15 left. Deshaun Maddox, who played just down the road at Treasure Valley Community College. Rada got stripped. Vaz came out of the pack with it. O'Byrne, pull up, 3, got it! It started with Vaz at the other end. And the crowd starts to energize. O'Byrne's second 3 of the night, the lead back to 6. Johansson sets an on-ball screen. They're trying to get it into the hands of Maddox as McGriff misses the bunny. Wilson comes up floor. Nebaker penetrates. And he's fouled. We'll see who they catch. If it's McGriff, it's his third. It will be Johansson instead, his second. And Joey Nebaker will get a couple free throws. Huge bucket that time for Jordan O'Byrne in transition. It started with Voss staying his ground, able to strip the ball at the other end of the floor. Nebaker way long on that free throw. You could tell when it came off his hands. 12-14 left in the ball game, 62-56. In favor of the Oats. Nebaker rattled the second home. So 6-0 run for C of I. After Eastern had pulled within a point. Everything else around the league is underway. We'll get you caught up on those scores as Crane had his pass tipped away. Warner Pacific hosting Corbin, 21-19. The Knights have the lead midway through the first half. Concordia is meeting Northwest Christian tonight. Have not gotten a score yet from that game. Rada drew a foul on Donaldson. He'll go to the line. Early on, Oregon Tech Northwest, no score there. Southern Oregon leading Evergreen 35-23 halfway through the first half.
Fouls on the shot at the line. Shooting two, Case Rada.
Case Rada will get two freebies. Very good free thrower is Rada.
Checking into the Coyotes, Manny Morgan.
82%. Donaldson going to sit as Morgan checks in. So Nebaker on the floor with 3. Kovacevic on the floor with 3. Donaldson sits with 3. Rada knocks home both. Now with 14. Ends the little spurt for the Oats. Nebaker from the foul line. Short. And the rebound to Crane. The lead is 5 for C of I. McGriff. And you know they're just going to attack. In the corner, Rada, big 3. Short. Wilson, another rebound. His 8th. Morgan the other way. Morgan near angle. Kovacevic. O'Byrne waits. And now they look to isolate. Kovacevic catches on the block. Goes to work. Lost it. Johansson got a hand in on it. 11 minutes left. It's a 5-point game. Crane. Rada penetrates and got pushed. O'Byrne will pick up the foul. The 4th this half, and the crowd voices their disapproval.
His first personal foul, 14 foul.
Maddox will trigger the inbound. With all the fouls tonight, it's funny that Josh Wilson plays so much defense on the exterior and does yet to pick up a foul. Rada, long range J at 2. Case Rada makes it a 1-possession ball game again. Nebaker for 3. It's way off the mark. Morgan the offensive board. O'Byrne a second chance. Good. And Scott Garson will use a timeout. Big half. The Yotes lead is at 6. But it's the foul trouble that could be the issue. Nebaker and Kovacevic both on the floor with 3. Donaldson is on the bench with 3. They go on the block with Michael Crane. Off a pick. The 3 by Maddox. No, but Crane the offensive board. McGriff and a whistle. Charging call. That'll be the third on McGriff.
Offensive foul called on number 22.
For Eastern Oregon,
Third personal.
turnover number 12. Eastern in the second half with just 2 turnovers. The Yotes have committed 6. Josh Wilson has sat down. Demetrius Perkins has come in as Kovacevic bodies up, and a foul. Will be the third on Johansson. Non-shooting foul, third this half on the Mountaineers. 9:44 to go. It's a 6-point Coyote lead. Nebaker takes the inbound, attacks the cup, and got fouled. If it's on McGriff, it's his 4th. But they catch Michael Crane instead. Oh, you knew Jared Barrett was sitting there just taking a big exhale right there. Nebaker 9 points, has 4 rebounds. Wilson leads the Yotes with 16. He is on the bench. Kovacevic has 12. Vaz with 10. But Nebaker again misses a free throw. Yotes 5 of 10 from the line tonight. Nebaker is 2 of 5. Typically a 75% free thrower. Missed that one. Tried to follow his shot, and it went out of bounds. So an empty possession for C of I. Rada got it knocked out of bounds. Morgan was nearly there. And this 1-3-1 has hurt the Mountaineers. McGriff trying to get it in. And he threw it right to Jordan O'Byrne. Nebaker, foul. See who they catch. It is on McGriff, his 4th.
Ryan McGriff, his 4th personal foul. 15 foul.
So with all these fouls, McGriff the first to get to 4. Jared Barrett not pulling him at least yet. Nebaker hits the free throw. He's going to say, I'm going to dance with the girl that got me here, and that's the leading scorer in the league. But if you're Scott Garson, you know he has 4 fouls. And you know that they're going to try to isolate Nebaker and attack. Missed the second, though. (67-60). McGriff goes onto the block. Maddox, fallback Jay, way off the mark. O'Byrne got himself the rebound. Morgan the other way. Stops, finds O'Byrne. Another one just out of the hopper. Oh, that one looked all the way down. McGriff bodies and 1. No, they call it on the floor. It'll be the 4th, I think, on Nebaker. So now McGriff with 4, Nebaker with 4.
15 foul. Injuries to number 2, Deontay Edwards.
Miles Lupe, Christian Parrott, Deontay Edwards all check in. And they will get Donaldson with 3 fouls off the bench.
And for the Coyotes, Sidney Donaldson.
So C of I will go small. Leading by 7. Still tons of time. 8:52 left. Rada off the inbound. Missed. O'Byrne with the rebound. Morgan got it knocked away by Rada as he came up floor. Kovacevic on the floor with 3, as was Donaldson. Morgan working against Miles Lupe, a freshman. As the pass gets tipped away by Edwards as he is taking chances on some passes. would think the Yotes are going to try to get it into Kovacevic. 15 on the shot clock. Donaldson with 10. Working against Crane. No foul with all that contact. Rada fouled that time. One of the two is going to have their fourth. It is Donaldson.
Foul on City Donaldson. Fourth personal foul, sixth team foul. At the line shooting two.
So Scott Garson's got to figure out how he wants to play this one. It looks like it's Josh Wilson. He'll be quick up off the bench. Fouls have piled up on the Coyotes tonight. Rada used all of the irons.
Back into the Coyotes, Josh Wilson.
So the Yotes very small. Wilson will be matched up against the 6'3" Crane. And if they brought McGriff in, it really wouldn't have someone to work with. 8 minutes left, the lead is 5. Perkins stopped. O'Byrne underneath with the right hand. Looked like he was bodied up. They didn't call a foul. Rebound went to Deontay Edwards. Miles Lupe. Crane now at the high post. Throws back. Edwards. Shot won't go. Another O'Byrne rebound. Now it's Wilson. Goes to the cup, and he's fouled. And I believe we've got the under 8 timeout.
Foul on number 30, Christian Parrott, his second personal foul.
7:33 left on free throws when we come. 16 from the field. The Yotes 3 of 5 from long range, but C of I just 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Eastern Oregon trailing in the rebound game 29-28. Josh Wilson has 2 free throws, and again the free throw problems continue for the Yotes. Wilson back irons one. 6 of 14 for the line. Wilson typically a 67%er. Leads the Yotes in scoring tonight. Got the second one, he's all the rim. 17 for Wilson. 68-62. Lupe working against the man pressure. Crane got it poked out by O'Byrne. Here come the Yotes. Wilson to the basket. Now it's Perkins. Left it off for Kovacevic. 70-62. It started with O'Byrne at the other end. Turnover number 14 for the Mountaineers. Head of the key. 3 ball won't go. Rebound knocked out by the Mountaineers. And they'll have to get Deshaun Maddox out off the bench. They are keeping McGriff on there a little longer. Donaldson on the bench for the Yotes with 4. As is Nebeker. Morgan at the high post. Kovacevic on the baseline. Goes inside to Wilson. Spin dribble. Ho-ho! Lead back to 10. And a timeout called by Eastern. 6:17 remain. Lead the way for the Yotes. Eastern has brought Deshaun Maddox and Brian McGriff both back in along with Johansson. So the Mounties with their starting 5 on the floor. Sidney Donaldson has returned for C of I. Inside Wilson got a hand on that one. Scott Garson trying to switch defenders. Putting Donaldson on Crane. As they go inside. Out in the corner, Maddox. A 3. 5 of 9 for distance. Maddox has 28. Big bucket for Eastern. Got it back to a 7-point game with 5:52 remaining. Wilson lobs. And they'll stay at the Coyote end. Nice job by Michael Crane to stay home. Crowd tonight of over 2,000 at the Activity Center. Perkins catches the inbound, attacks the basket. Was looking for the basketball, couldn't find it. Donaldson and a whistle. And there you're going to catch, after all of that, Demetrius Perkins with a reach. It'll send Johansson to the line in the bonus, where he is just
at the line shooting 101, Calvin Johansson.
A 37% free thrower. Johansson tonight has 1 of 2. Showed good form, good stroke that time. 6 for Johansson. 6 rebounds and an assist. He goes 1 for 2. Perkins. Isolated. 18-footer. Short. Rebound, Kovacevic. Perkins is 2 of 9 from the field, but Kovacevic now 8 of 12. 8-point lead at the 5-minute mark. Seems like we've been in this situation at home a lot lately. Spin dribble by Crane. Donaldson can't play hard defense with 4 fouls. They'll get Nebeker at the next whistle. Donaldson. And a whistle away from the basket on someone. Not sure who's going to the line, who the foul's on. It's going to go on Rada. His first. Sidney Donaldson with a 1-and-1. Nebeker in, replaces Morgan. So at the 4:36 mark, both teams with their starting 5s on the floor. But for the Yotes, Nebeker and Donaldson each have 4. McGriff has 4 for the Mountaineers. Donaldson at the line, a 1-and-1 chance. And missed it. Rebound to Nebeker. How about that play? Wilson on the block, isolated, backs his man down. Up and under, missed, got his own rebound, and he's going to the line. Caught somebody in the air, and it'll be on Crane, his second.
Number 10, Michael Crane, his second personal foul, 18.
Unsure if it's a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Wilson. So after Donaldson missed the freebie, Wilson, who split a pair tonight, chance to try to add to this 6-point edge. Got to win at the foul line tonight if you're the Coyotes. Free throw is good. Yotes, 8 of 18 from the line. They were 7 of 19 the other night, so I guess they are better. Team that shoots over 72% on the season. And they miss it, but Nebeker again the offensive rebound. Donaldson attacks, and his foul. Johansson's 4th. Nebeker, back-to-back offensive rebounds off of missed freebies.
shooting 2.
So a third crack at the line for the Yotes. Donaldson missed one a second ago, then Wilson split a pair. This one, front iron and in. Haven't seen a free throw in a while. The last free throw that looked smooth for the Yotes was Joe Vaz in the first half, when he splashed 2 in a row. That one looked better. 77-68. Perkins the steal. Nebeker, no one picks him up, but he got swatted by Johansson. McGriff the other way. Charging! He's done! Donaldson waited and just stood his ground. 61, Evergreen 35. Southern 20 of 23 from the field in the first half. Coyotes with a lead at 9 with a basketball. Nebeker works on the block. Bounces it back out. Perkins. Crossover dribble, attacks, and got blocked by Johansson. The league's leading block shot artist continues his assault tonight. 6 block shots for Calvin Johansson. Inbound gets knocked out of bounds by Michael Crane, who was one of the top defenders 2 years ago in the league. He was last year as a redshirt season. 15 to shoot. They go to Wilson. He works on Maddox. And Josh Wilson goes to work. 22 for Wilson. $11-point game. Yote fam trying to will the Yotes tonight. Off a screen, it's Maddox. And they said that Wilson got it. And the worst part is they're going to call it a 3-shot foul. They're going to call it a 3-shot foul when he was 2 feet inside the line.
Foul is in the act of shooting a 3-pointer.
Trying to figure out how that's a 3. As Maddox rattles the first one in, he was inside the old women's arc. Back to a 10-point game. Maddox having a big night. Well, he's not going to make 3.
Lock down! Lock down, UCLA!
79-70 the score. Wilson with 22, I believe, equals a career high. Kovacevic right back to Donaldson, and he'll go to the line. Rada's foul, his second.
Foul called on number 21, Case Rada, his second personal foul.
The 22 by Wilson is a new career high at 21 a year ago against Southern Oregon. He had 20 in a ball game earlier this season. And Donaldson can't buy a free throw. Wilson 20 against Westminster in that overtime victory. That was his top scoring night this year. 79-70, 3:01 left. And Donaldson missed both. A great box out that time by Johansson. Eastern right back up floor with Deontay Edwards. They will look to Maddox. Tries baseline. And 1. If it's on Donaldson, it's his 5th. And he's done. And Eastern back within 7.
His 5th personal foul. Basket was good by Deshaun Maddox.
32 for Maddox. That'll be Joe Vaz who will check in. Eastern will not go away. Maddox, 9 of 14 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, and he's 9 of 11 from the line. And he's got 33 points. 2-possession game. Kovacevic bodies himself up, and he'll go to the line. Fouls on Maddox. It'll be his third.
Number 5, Deshaun Maddox, his third personal foul.
As it'll be Marko Kovacevic to shoot 2 free throws. It's the nitty-gritty.
Shooting 2 for the Coyotes, Marko Kovacevic.
Kovacevic on the season, 66%, but the Yotes have struggled from the line again tonight. 10 of 22. That one looks smooth. Voss sits down. They bring Morgan in. Morgan, Wilson, Nebaker, Kovacevic, and Perkins for the Yotes. Edwards, Crane, Johansson, Rada, and Maddox for Eastern. 2 for Kovacevic. Marko on the night with 18. Took a long while to get that ball inbounded. And traveling called on Eastern. .229 left, 17th turnover for Eastern Oregon. Wilson will lob it into Kovacevic. And we'll wait for Wilson to come and take the handoff. Yotes can run clock if they want. Perkins waits. Voss at the elbow. Takes his time. Goes back door. It was tipped away with 18 to shoot. Coyotes catch a break. Voss to set a high on-ball screen. Kovacevic, the 3. Good! Ho-ho! And the Yotes lead is 84-73. And they will extend full court. You know that Deshaun Maddox and his big night, 33 points, he's going to be the one they're going to look to try to get freed up. And he gave it up. Perkins! Woo, baby! Edwards at the other end. Huge flush in transition. And Perkins fouled by Rada. Coyotes will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Third personal foul.
But Meach was going to break the backboard with that rim rattler.
At the line shooting 2, Demetrius Perkins.
All quiet in the gym. And the Yotes, when they need the free throws, have made 3 straight. Kovacevic hit the 3, 2 free throws, and then the 3, and then the dunk by Perkins, and he adds a freebie. The lead is 87-75. And despite the huge crowd, you can hear a pin drop here in the activity center. This is a much improved Eastern Oregon team from a year ago. And this team in February will have another big matchup at Quinn Coliseum. 3 by Maddox won't go. Rebound pulled down by Edwards. Rada steps in, missed that shot, and Perkins the rebound. Wilson was trying to get the double-double, couldn't get the rebound. That'll be Perkins to go to the other end. Edwards will pick up his third. Jared Barrett will use his final timeout. 1:02 left, 88-75 Coyotes. We're back following this. Demetrius Perkins at the line. As Eastern has gone to their bench, Austin Strock onto the floor for the first time tonight. One of their better young three-point shooters, the freshman from Yakima, Washington. 2 free throws coming here for Perkins. And with that free throw, Demetrius Perkins gets himself to double figures. And the Coyotes now with Wilson at 22, Kovacevic with 21, Nebeker 10, Vaz 10, now Perkins with 10. That's balance. And how about 6 straight free throws down the stretch after struggling woefully in this ball game. The lead is 15 for the Yotes inside the final minute. Maddox missed. And the rebound to Perkins for the Yotes. And he will get fouled. And the frustration setting in for Eastern Oregon.
4th personal foul.
Mounties got it within 1 early in the second half.
Demetrius Perkins.
But C of I showed some gumption and some will tonight. And they will win their 27th in a row here at home. And you think about it as Curtis Brever comes in. The road does not get any easier. They go to Corbin next Friday night, a much improved team. Then meet Northwest Christian, a team that played them 3 times as tough as could be a year ago. Another one there for Perkins. Tom Holziel replaced Kovacevic. And then when we come back home 2 weeks from tonight, Brian McDermott's 11th ranked Southern Oregon Raiders come in. As talented of a bunch as there is in the league, and Southern beat the Yotes in Ashland earlier this year. The 17-point lead for the Coyotes equals their largest of the night. Perkins the rebound. And he's going to be fouled underneath the basket, and Demetrius Perkins is going to get a couple more free throws.
Foul on number 15, Miles Lupe, his first personal.
35 seconds left. And when you look at this final score, the National Raiders are going to love it.
Shooting 2, Demetrius Perkins.
But the 2,024 in attendance tonight, well, they know that this was a lot closer ball game than what the scoreboard indicates. And with Demetrius Perkins knocking free throw in after free throw as Michael Goward checks in. The free throw percentage for C of I now 19 of 31. There's one more coming here, and Meach makes that one. 10 straight free throws inside the final 4 minutes for the Yotes. 19-point lead, the largest of the night, as Deontay Edwards misses, and another rebound for Perkins. He's got himself a double-double. Brever's just going to pull. Not sure why. Edwards at the other end got fouled. So I thought 94-75 was going to be the final.
Hey, Manny.
Fourth personal foul, 10th team foul.
Tell everybody, get the ball.
At the line,
Deontay Edwards will get some free throws. Coyotes will be led by a career-high 22 from Josh Wilson. Edwards misses the free throw. Wilson 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Marko Kovacevic 21 points in the bowl game. Perkins finishes with 15. The rebound to Brever, and the Coyotes can run this clock out. The win streak goes to 27. Thank you to the Yoke fam. Triple zeros on the clock.